You got to name this song. You know that? Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, November 14th, and it's CPI Report Inflation Day. Good morning, Tom and Anthony.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. So today we got inflation report. No one knows where it's going to fall. To fill us in, 2 weeks ago, great week for rates. Last week, kind of came back to reality. Hopefully today we can see some more positive movement, but this report you just never know with. So if you're putting offers in now, you're getting them accepted today, give us a call. Let's double check that rate for you because they're moving every day.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times.
We gonna do some predictions?
No. Whenever you win, you don't. It's like, Tom, it's like the starting quarterback. The backup quarterback. The backup quarterback is good for 1 or 2 games. All right. Backup quarterback plays 8. You realize why they're a backup quarterback. So when you win,
like watching the Steelers and Kenny Pickett this year.
Yeah, exactly. But so yeah, keep an eye out on CPI numbers. Also found an interesting stat out there this morning. 40% of homeowners, right? Affordability right now, 75% of buyers, affordability is the problem. We all know that. Right now, 40% of first-time home buyers are going to a new bank. I don't know if you guys have heard of this bank, Bank of Mom and Dad, to buy a home. So as we all know, you can get a gift pretty much in most cases for all of the funds needed for cash to close. And now it's, millennials here again. Here we are. Can't do anything without mom and dad. And now they're helping buying us homes. So I found that interesting.
That's great news, though. I mean, that people's parents are willing to help them like that. Good stuff.
It is great news. And again, the one positive for people the age of Anthony is that when you purchase their home, you have so much equity right now and you're sitting on that equity, but you can turn it from a number on a piece of paper into actual funds that then you can use that for anything you need. And some folks are using that for a gift for their child to buy a home.
It's not a bad thinking. I mean, a little fun fact, you're allowed to gift somebody $11.7 million in your lifetime. So don't worry about gifting too much on this home buy.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, yeah. Tom's not an accountant, but he stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I didn't know we turned into an accounting podcast there overnight. Got any other accounting tips for us there, loan officer Tom?
Yeah. Make sure you write off as many taxes as you possibly can.
I don't think you can do that unless you're self-employed.
Just create an LLC. Give me a call today.
Okay. No, we're not accountants. I disavow all of the accountant talk. Call your accountant if you want to start an LLC. How about that one? Also, learn something new this week. Again, we always know guidelines are adjusting and changing. I'm currently working with a VA buyer. Tom, you'll like this one. We all know usually you have to move into a property within 60 days after closing. Apparently, if you're retiring from the military, there are cases that the VA will allow up to 12 months to take residency in that home.
Wow. Do they have to be currently deployed?
No. Active duty.
Just active.
Yes. Retiring within the next 12 months. They have to give us an exact date they're going to make the property their primary residence, and then the VA will approve. But working through that now, found that, again, learn something new every day. So, again, if you're a retiring veteran, because we've had that. Now, I will say the income is going to be the more unique part because you can't use current income because we know that's not going to continue. when you retire, from military service, you will have a pension, but there's certain things that aren't always figured out till closer till retirement when it comes to benefits and things like that. So that part can be a little bit unique as well, but just found that out yesterday. So we're just past Veterans Day. So if you are an active duty veteran and you are retiring and looking to then, buy a house back at home, you don't always have to wait to the exact end of your deployment or when you're going to retire.
That's a good tip here on the back half of Veterans Day for us.
Yeah. So that was a nice tip that I even found myself this week. Finally, we need to continue to talk temporary buydowns. Like I just said, 75% of buyers are talking about affordability as the number one reason why they're not purchasing. Interest rates are higher than they've been in 20 some years. That's making payments go up. All the data is starting to show next year, 2024 is the year, supposedly, that the Fed will start lowering. I'm not expecting it, till a year from now, though. It's going to be fourth quarter next year, hopefully. And that makes sense. We got 2022, 2023, 2024. Small recession of 3 years, not 3 months, makes sense historically. And beginning months of 2022, when everyone said rates will drop by, the end of summer, that was a little unrealistic. But in some cases, otherwise, there you go. So, but we're going to talk temporary buy down to drop interest rates. This is perfect for the buyer that says, I can't afford the house at this payment. I do feel like I'm going to be able to refinance in the near future. So get me a lower interest rate. How the heck do you get me a lower interest rate? And it's pretty simple, though it sounds confusing. And it's called a temporary buy down. One of those options is a 2-1 buy down. Anthony, start us out with what do we need to ask in seller assistance to get this accepted?
So for 2-1 buy downs is roughly 2.5% seller's assist. So when a client's making an offer, ask for 2.5% seller's assistance or an agent listing the property, offer that to buyers coming in. I mean, ultimately you'll have, if they know other options are available and it's affordable and they have the right lender, such as West Penn Financial and the 3 handsome gentlemen on the screen helping them out, they will be able to lower their payments for the first 2 years. And then if the rates do drop, then they always have the ability to refinance as long as it's a benefit. But I love this program. I think it's a winner because if somebody comes to us today, let's say we're giving them 7.5% for the best rate. And if we do the 2-1 buy down, it's going to be 2% the first year, 1% the second. It's going to go back to the same rate they would have got today of 7.5% fixed. So the payment's not adjusting like an adjustable rate mortgage. It's a fixed rate mortgage. So if they have the ability to refinance, they can. So I think it's a great program.
It is a great program. And all it is, the seller is prepaying your 2 years of savings of interest. That when the math breaks down, that's what it is. You're asking for seller assistance. You're not going to use the seller assistance to lower your closing costs. You're going to use the seller assistance to temporarily lower your interest rate. But those savings for the first 2 years is about, 2.25%, 2.5% of the purchase price. So it's a legitimate savings there until you or we can figure out where this market is going. I mean, Tom, it's not rocket science.
No. And I mean, again, continually, we see the price drops on these homes without even a try at going for the seller's assist or trying to get another buyer in there. The buyers simply aren't going into those homes because they can't afford the monthly payment. It's not that they need $10,000 off the home.
Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate Agent, let me talk real quickly because you guys, you're trying to make it more complicated. Okay, you don't have to make it complicated. All you have to do is ask for seller assistance in your offer. like you always have. And then call up, like Anthony said, one of these three handsome gentlemen and say, hey, I got the seller assistance, get that rate buy down. And we can use, I mean, technically we just can show the buyer the options. If they want to use, once we have the seller assistance, guys, once we got it, we can do anything with it. You can lower the rate to 1 buy down. You can lower the rate for 1 year. You can lower the rate a little bit and use it for some closing costs. You can use it to lower the rate for the full term of the loan. You can use
pay
it
some
for
commission with
options.
it. You can do whatever.
Exactly. There's many options. We just need to get it. Once you get it for your client, we can use it. So all I ask, put it in your offer. All you have to do, get the seller assistance, and then we will discuss as a team what's best for the buyer. So that's my Tuesday talk. Before I head to the airport here, do you boys have anything else?
No, enjoy your time.
All right. Well, hopefully Friday you see me with a background of sun.
All right, buddy. See you guys.
Later, buddy.